morning, Pirates, and welcome to the first episode of Chs Tv. I'm Maddie Conjami.
And I'm Zach Mack. Starting today and moving forward, every Friday we'll be giving you the morning announcements. It's some fun content to start your day.
As preparation begins for the Springs musical In the Heights, the members of the CHS Drama Club are also putting together a fall play called Laugh Out Loud, Cry Quietly, directed by senior Casey Kaufman. The show is about the awkwardness of internet dating and trying to find love online in New York City. Produced completely by the students, the show dates are this Saturday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. and Sunday the 24th at 1 p.m. Tickets are $4 and the show takes place in the CHS auditorium.
Seniors, if the college you're applying to has a deadline December 1st, you must submit your application before Sunday, November 24th. Also, seniors, another deposit for the senior trip is due on January 6th. Make sure you turn your payments in on time to keep your spot secured for the trip.
The Buccaneer Yearbook is currently at sale for a reasonable cost of $90 plus an additional $7 for name stamping. Baby ads for seniors are at their cheapest prices right now until November 27th when the early bird special expires. Please see Mrs. Moroff in room B224 or Mr. Iacono in room B123 if interested.
The sophomore cotillion will be held Wednesday, December 4th at the Marion from 6:30 to 9:30. Tickets are $40 and will be sale during lunch periods 6 and 8 on Tuesday, November 26th. Sophomores, if you have any questions, see Ms. Melville or Ms. Schweitzer.
CHS is full of many adults who go above and beyond for their students. If you feel that a staff member has either helped you, guided you, assisted you, or simply stands out, here's your opportunity to recognize them. Every month, the Golden Apple Award is given to a staff member nominated by students. The Golden Apple Award is given to a teacher, secretary, nurse, administration, counselor, cafeteria worker, maintenance worker, bus driver, or teacher's aide. If you would like to nominate someone, the forms are located in the library next to the gold box along the wall or on the CHS website. Hey Zach, have you ever wondered what goes on in the minds of our teachers, like what they're thinking and how they feel about certain topics?
Actually, yes, all the time. And while we're on the topic, it is now time for the edition of Ask the Staff, where we ask the members of the CHS faculty and the staff the burning questions you want to know the answers to. Take a look.
Each week we ask the staff a different question. This week we asked, which CHS staff member would you trade places with for a day and why? Let's see what they have to say.
Miss Coker, because of all the cool equipment in her room.
Mr. Prokopka, because I want to set things on fire like he does.
I would say Mrs. Alvarado, because I hear a lot about her forensics class and it just sounds really interesting. I'd love to teach that.
Sean McGee, because it would be very cool to teach history.
I would say Mr. Gill. I just want to know how that man thinks.
I would like to trade places with Mrs. Carroll to be able to feel, to see what it feels like when all your students love you as much as her students love her.
I would have to say Mrs. Sanchez because she has great students that are from all different countries and I get to learn a lot about all of their different countries.
So I'm going to say Bobby Murray because I want to teach gym for a day.
I want to be Bobby Murray. And Bobby Murray always seems like he's having a great time. And he's just really interesting and engaging and energetic and positive. And he teaches driver's ed, which is like the most important course ever.
Mr. Murray, because he's a phys ed teacher and looks like he has a lot of fun.
Brett Jenkins, because I like to play golf.
I would trade places with Mr. Jenkins. I think he's got a good little system going with his math class. I think his kids like him a lot. I think he'd be a good person to switch roles with.
Probably Mr. Jenkins, because he just seems like a cool teacher and everybody seems to have fun in his class, so it's kind of cool to have kids having fun in your class.
I would trade places with Chef, because cooking's fun.
The chef, just because who wouldn't want to cook all day?
Mr. Kane. I think it would be super fun to run the foods room for a day.
Ryan, put him back in the trenches again.
I would like to trade places with Mr. Gorman. I would love to see what a principal does and its daily routine.
Mr. Wilson, because he has a fun job.
Probably you, because this is really cool stuff. I would love to record people.
Probably you, because I would love to learn how to do videography. Something I don't know how to do.
Colleen DePietro, for the fact that just to be able to have that art side and the creativity and be able to just play with paint, and I know that she does more than that. But art.
It's hard to narrow down to one, but I think maybe Ms. DePietro. I stay up there in my analytical world of chemistry, and you can be creative in science, but I think it'd be nice just to have that different outlet of seeing the sculpting, the painting, and the different avenue, and just kind of get a more well-rounded experience.
I think I would be Colleen DePietro because I like art.
Mrs. Suharsky, because she has the best job.
Mrs. Suharsky, I would trade places with her so I could, I don't know, get a feel for the library. I love books.
Lisa Suharsky, because she's so creative and she gets to see the kids in a different light than I get to see them.
Mrs. Highland, because I would like to see what it's like to be an English teacher.
Mario Patrizzi. The why, he has so much gravitas right now, and the idea of how he spends his day, it's fascinating to me.
I would love to see what it's like to be a day in the life of Mario Patrizzi. Because I haven't really thrown a softball in a long time. I want to just see how the old wheel is holding up.
Probably Mario Patrizzi. Seems like he's got the easiest job in the world.
My initial gut reaction was Mario Patrizzi.
Mario Patrizzi. Because I don't know. I don't know.
Patrizzi, just to see exactly how insane he is.
I think I might choose Mario Patrizzi. Why? I want to see how the other half lives.
Mario Patrizzi.
You don't have an answer why.
Why? Just because it's Mario Patrizzi.
For me, I'm Team DePietro. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Sarah. Each week, CHS TV, partner with the Social Studies Department, brings you a look at a famous event on this particular day in history. Check it out.
Good morning, Pirates. Today is Friday, November 22nd. On this day 56 years ago, our nation experienced one of the most infamous moments in its history, the assassination of our 35th president, John F. Kennedy. President Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas at the young age of 46 while riding in the back of a Lincoln Continental with the top down through Dealey Plaza. Millions of Americans will never forget Walter Crockett's heartbreaking and emotional broadcast informing them of President Kennedy's tragic death.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
Former U.S. Marine Lee Harvey Oswald was charged with the assassination, and although there is much controversy surrounding the assassination, it is without question that President Kennedy was one of the greatest leaders in our nation's history. His perseverance and resiliency allowed him to lift America during notable demands such as the Cold War and Civil Rights Movement. As my students of the past and present know, I'm a huge fan of leadership quotes, so it is only fitting that I end with JFK's iconic moment from his inaugural address. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. I'm Mr. Teasdale, and this has been Today in History.
What a memorable day in history. Stay tuned next week for another installment of Today in History.
There are so many interesting and unique electives here at CHS, but how do you know which one's the right fit for you? CHS TV is here to help you with our segment called Elective Showcase.
Hi, I'm Ms. Coker and I teach technology and engineering education here at the high school. The two courses that I teach are design thinking and applications of design. The innovation lab is right behind me. Let's go take a look.
The Technology and Engineering Education program at Cinnaminson High School is designed to engage students in experiential learning and investigation of the designed worlds of technology.
It's project-based, so most of the work is in this classroom. It entails lots of problem solving and working with people you might not otherwise work with.
It's very hands-on. It's not what you would expect in a class. It's kind of like a workshop more than class. And you really get to learn what it is to be in like a STEM or engineering field.
The design process starts, with identifying the problems, and then you start taking measurements, and then you start making your actual prototypes.
So a lot of times if you're just given a problem, you can't just instantly come up with a solution and start making it. You have to prep a lot and make a lot of like plans. So the design process helps you through that.
I learned a lot of how to use other tools that I haven't used before, so like saws and the different machinery that we have, and I wouldn't have otherwise been exposed to it.
We have a lot of technology in this classroom. We have a lot of 3D printing software. We have, for the laser printer, we have software. I think we have 3 or 4 softwares. We have a lot of tools that you don't have in a lot of classes.
I would say if it fits into your schedule, definitely take it. Even if you don't want to be an engineer, there's definite benefits from taking this class, just because it allows you to approach problems differently than you have in the past and work with new people that you might not have been in your other classes.
I've honestly heard some really great things about that class.
Me too. If you have any questions about design thinking or are interested in the class, see Ms. Coker in room A205.
Well, that does it today for today's show. Thank you everyone for tuning in to our first installment of Chs TV. If you have any comments or questions or ideas or things you'd like to see, please email us at cinnaminsontv@gmail.com.
From all of us here at Chs TV, thank you and happy Friday. See you next week.